It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we've got the Black Knights' speedy running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Black Knights and the Caps. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Black Knights of Canton and the Columbus Caps. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visitors from Canton, they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But you look at this defense. Well, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only going to ball this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They go play action here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sidestepped 1 man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
7 yards there and a first down.
Number 86. A gain of 7. And the Canton first down.
Back to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with during a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps are able to add on to that lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Mason complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Black Knights.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Shaking his head after that when they had the play call they wanted.
I'm shaking my head as well. Tight end in this spot, that's a primary chance for him to catch the ball and make a big play, and he didn't get it done.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. But you look at this defense, and they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the blood.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic, so I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Schmidt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in by Wilson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing like...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Looking to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here is 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part, because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
That is caught, and he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at the play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. We say we use them to start the second half and get us going.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got Mason complete. And he'll up to the 34-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Johnson running right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun now on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Black Knights have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. 2nd and 6. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mason. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
He finds his man complete. That's Mason. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's looking another yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They go play action here on 1st down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work.
on as the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw again.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. It does, and it's 2nd down.
15 yards to go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Back to throw. Toward the pylon caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
This one all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. On third down, Johnson. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the punt team on now as this one's set away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. He gets it left side to Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Now back to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Man, that ain't made no sense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Johnson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Canton,
they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Columbus, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.